You may know that OpenAI are currently running their 12 days of Christmas, and every day dropping a new feature or model or module that rounds out their offering. And last week they launched Projects, which was long-awaited addition to ChatGPT. Those of you that have followed some of my videos will know that I'm a big fan of Claude projects. A project is kind of a wrapper around a set of similar chats where you provide additional knowledge and context so that you don't have to add that in every time you ask a question. Examples might be planning a holiday, it might be researching and selling into a specific account, or it might be around buying a specific solution. And ChatGPT Projects launched last week. Up until now, if you wanted to create that kind of effect, you had to create a custom GPT, which for many people was just one step too far. Now, when you log in, you're going to see a new projects option in your sidebar. And it's super simple, just to create a project, give it a name, could be planning a holiday, could be buying a specific piece of technology, could be a repeatable process like discounting or holiday booking or something like that. And then here I've created one for, it's a meta prompt. I end up creating a lot of prompts repeatedly. So rather than having to go through the whole process of saying, can you help me create a prompt and this is what I want it to look like, I use this meta prompt that has all of that already built in. So within your project, obviously you can change the name, you can upload specific documents. And so here is a long, it's probably about 6 or 7 pages long, is my instructions about how I want to create a prompt and some good examples and how to deal with exceptions. So that's just a Word document, but you could upload spreadsheets and other forms of information. You can then add in your instructions, anything about how you want ChatGPT to interact with you. You're a prompt writer specialized in helping the user to create the detailed prompt. You've been provided with the instructions to follow along. Engage in a human-like conversation. Do not share long walls of text. So there we go. Those are my instructions. And so here, for example, can you help me create a prompt that will help our salespeople research an account they want to sell into? There we go. And the project is going to use that knowledge that is already in there and walk me through a kind of workshop interview style environment. Once I have this information, I can start creating the tailored prompt for your salespeople. Now, one of the advantages of doing this in ChatGPT is that you can use their Canvas functionality. So you've got access to these tools here. So can you create a draft for me to review first in Canvas? And what this is going to do is open up their Canvas tool over on the right hand side, and it almost becomes almost like a Google Doc or a Word doc that you can start to edit in. So here is the draft prompt that it is creating, and this is based on all of the instructions that was already in the knowledge. So I haven't really had to say a great deal. It's building out the exceptions, the engagement style, the output formats. It's got an example in here, all of the things that I had asked for it to do. If you've not played around with Canvas before, so here is the text, and here, for example, I could say, can you add a bit more detail around the types of accounts that will be researched? These should be our larger global accounts in healthcare, I'm just making this up, and financial services. And that just gives you an example of how you can interact with the chat as you go. So there you have ChatGPT Projects. If you've been using Claude Projects, you'll be very familiar. If you've not, then this is a great new way of providing a wrapper around similar, repetitive, common tasks that you'd normally be going to ChatGPT to ask. Try that now in your sidebar.